It's okay.
This is that video, if you want to show it.
Let me see it. Okay.
It's YouTube. It's YouTube.
Okay, I'll do this. That'll be funny. We'll do it at the very last second, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Right as we open. It's getting, it's crooked, it's sideways, it's everything it's not supposed to be. That's good, babe. That's good enough. Who's that? What's this on? YouTube?
Mm-hmm.
This? I just want to see that call. It might be important. I'm calling him back.
He just said he was sorry.
Can't hear you.
He just said he was sorry.
Oh, that's okay. Hey, buddy, is it important? Go ahead. Oh, oh, praise God. Thank you for... It is. It is. And I thank you, my brother. Thank you. We're going to get started. Talk to you soon. Ooh. Ooh. Uh, Along the way, I'm going to stop and say, Jan, you smell that? I need some A1 sauce. A picture of it, huh? Thanks, my brother. I love you. I'll talk to you soon. Thank you. Bye bye. Oh, man. Getting too old for this, babe. Oh. Really? In a second, we'll start as soon as we come back.
Kevin.
Okay. Fine, fine. I don't care. Told you it'd be a low turnout.
6:30.
They just don't understand what's going on. And again, and also YouTube is pissed off as heck. They ain't telling nobody nothing anymore. It's okay. It's okay. Hey, babe. Well, I was going to read Friday Premium Teen Chat, but I decided not to.
Okay.
I think I know, huh?
I'm gonna raise it up a little bit.
I think I know why, though. Okay, you don't have to. 157. Gee whiz, it's so much. I don't really remember it all. My son got notice the next day that Frank is on. You seem bummed. No. Just tired, and you just don't know why. You know what? I blew my eye 3 days ago. Remember the last time we were together? When was it? Wednesday. No, Wednesday we had our anniversary.
Monday.
So it was Monday. Monday was the last time I was with you. Remember? If you go back and look at that video, one guy sent me a nasty phone message telling me that I look like a blankety blank blank, you know, called me with a frog face or something. My eyes were puffy. My face was puffy. I was singing for 2 hours all puffy. But what happened is that my blood pressure, and it's because I don't sleep right, I don't eat right. And what happened was the following day on Tuesday, this eye just blew out. Just blew, the whole left side. In fact, I think you can still see some of the remnants. You see that? Like you want to see that. Ooh, but it was all. It scared. You ever have those? And then I was brushing my teeth, and as I was brushing my teeth, and I look up, I almost swallowed the toothbrush, man. I'm like, what is that? Oh my God, it's the end of the world. It scared me. But I busted something, I guess, huh?
Blood vessel.
Huh?
Blood vessel.
Yeah, I busted a blood vessel. But it was bad, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was pretty bad. I mean, I've never had one that bad before. I don't think I have. So yeah, and I was all, remember Monday? Oh, yeah, I was just stressed out. It was tough, and that's why I asked you to give me Wednesday off. I liked it. I liked it. I'm not making Google eyes at you. I still, I liked it. Wednesday off. Might do it again this next week. You don't need me. Look at here. What's on there? 600? Well, now we're up to 700 and some people. Almost 800. That's wonderful. It's good to be with everyone. In fact, you know what? Let's get to work. Couldn't find blue. Or white. I couldn't find white. Get off my back. Hey, Brother Frank, as you probably already know. I know. Oh, you're on YouTube? No. He said, as you probably already know, UB2B isn't sending notifications to your subscribers anymore. Thankfully, you keep us apprised. Let's see what I did. Sorry for the form. Sorry, post now since you brought it. Hey, I tell you what. Now, do you see why I tell you? Are you a member of my forum of ktfoalways.com? And if you're not, you should be. Because there's a schedule. There's everything. But nah, it's too hard, too easy to do that, isn't it? 3, 2, 1, go. Greetings, family! Welcome to another one of your Frank 26 UV2Bs. It is the 18th of April, 2020. I greet you in agape love. It's good to be with you. It's very good to be with you. We're here to talk about the Iraqi dinar. It's really important that you understand. Hey, Jen, Yeve, it's really important that you understand that I don't, all of them, okay? That I don't offer you a date. I don't know if you were rate. And yet today is Q&A, and that's what you've asked in your questions. You waste the opportunity, I think. The questions that you asked, actually, no, pardon me, 50-50. There were some very astute questions. I'm excited to answer them, in fact. But the other ones, come on, man. How am I supposed to know that? How am I supposed to know that? But we're going to work it out together. You know why? Because we're a family. We're a family, right? Families help each other out. Families criticize each other. Families fight with each other, but it's okay. So before we do anything, like I say, I need to establish that we don't offer you a date. We don't offer you a rate. I have my 2 columns ready. Says Grandma Nisi. I think that's what that says. I have my 2 columns ready. Look at you. You go, girl. You a student? Mm-hmm. Then you're going to add a lot more to your notes today because I've decided to do that. Anyways, but before we do, you want to have some fun? Want to have some fun? Oh, come on, let's have some fun. You want to have some fun? Let's have some fun. Just for a little bit, and then we got a lot of work. Yeah, this is all walking stick. Good stuff. Good stuff. Number 6. Are we ready to share it with you? No. No, I want people to come and just understand 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anyways, before we get started, I would like to have some fun. Pamela says, "Yeah, let's have some fun." So that's what we're going to do. Okay, we're going to have some fun, and this fun picks up where we are. Like, you might want some. Maybe. No, you won't. No, it won't work. We're going to have some fun. It won't take long, I promise you. Oh, but I just can't let this, go by. Okay, are you ready, Tink? So,
Yep.
You're the interviewer?
Yes.
You're the television station?
Yep.
Okay. Wait a minute. Do we have, give me that purse. Do we have anything black? What's that black thing right there?
A bag.
Let me see. Oh, that might be just perfect. You know I'm going to get in trouble. You know I'm going to get in trouble for this. I know I love it. Or maybe, like this. Put that towards the back. What do you think?
Yeah.
And even the front. Oh, okay. You see how it looks. Do I have bangs?
No.
I don't have bangs? That's good enough, okay?
Yeah.
All right, let's see. It's kind of like an anal look, like. Action.
Hi, Mr. Frank Villa,
Hi there.
or Frank 26.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm doing fine.
How are you coping with all this coronavirus?
Well, it's difficult to cope with it. I comb my black hair as much as I can, and I do everything possible. And every now and then I get the whole family to come over on Easter. Don't get that too close to me. Has it
Okay.
been close to your mouth? Don't get too close to me, please. Thank you very much. Yeah. And but I do get very close with my family on Easter. I invited them all over.
What?
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me change that. In case there was a gathering at my house on Easter, yeah. And what we do is we have ice cream. Want some ice cream?
Yeah. Are you in your kitchen?
Yeah, I'm in my kitchen right now.
Oh, okay. Those are really nice refrigerators behind you.
But they're of course they're very, very, very nice. This one's worth $172 billion, and this one is some of your tax money. And this one's worth about about maybe $700,000. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, what are you doing during this quarantine to stay sane?
I buy expensive things in front of all the poor people. And then what I do is I show them what's inside of my expensive things.
Oh.
Like, for example, inside my expensive car. You want to know about my expensive car?
No.
No, my expensive car. You want to know about my expensive closet? I got an expensive closet with all kinds of shoes. I was I was once friends with Imelda El Marco. Marco, something like that, or El Chapo, or whatever. They're all the same.
Okay. Well, show me what you've been doing to cope with the
I
virus.
would love to show you what I've been copying. Hold on just a second. I'm going to pull it out of my drawer. So hold on a second.
It's top secret. Don't be looking now, okay? Okay. Well, first of all, I like Haagen-Dazs ice cream. In order for me to get through this pandemic right now, I eat Haagen-Dazs ice cream. Although this is not just Haagen-Dazs ice cream, okay? This is a 24-karat bar Haagen-Dazs ice cream. You know where it comes from?
Where?
Holland.
How did you get it in your house when you're not supposed to be going outside?
I called them and I said, holler. So they sent me one from Holland. You want to see another one? This is rare. This is beyond rare. This is ice cream that is so light. No calories. Hold on a second. Hold on. No calories whatsoever. None. No grease. No. What you call that lacto intolerance? You know that stuff. That bad stuff. Yeah. I don't do that. Yeah, I can tolerate. Ice cream makes me so happy. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, so now what else I got here? This is the best ice cream in the. You know how much this costs?
No, how much does it cost?
You want me to tell you?
Yes.
$25,000 a box.
Where did you get it?
None of your business.
Did somebody deliver it?
Da.
Oh, you ordered online?
Bolsheviks.
Oh, so you don't have to go out. They order it online.
Oh, and vodka with
Do you
it
get a
too.
discount if you order a whole bunch of them?
Yeah.
How much?
Well, it depends on how many Russians are left in that one part of. Anyway, I don't want to talk about that.
Okay.
But look, this is the rarest in the world. Look, you see
It
it?
looks like it's all gone.
No, well, it's not that it's all gone. Really, Trump. Not now. But no, this is the most rarest. $25,000 for this. They guarantee no calories, no fat, no.
And you bought all this ice cream because you were going to what on Easter?
Oh, nothing. No family reunions. I don't invite nobody over to my house. It's just me and my husband. Hello! But yeah, excuse me. It's all my ice cream. Yeah, there's another one. These are one of my favorite ones too.
How many of those are you going to eat?
Well, they're expensive, and you're supposed to eat them all.
Don't you gain weight?
Well, only in my boobs. Hold on a second. This is serious. Hold on. Here comes the worst part. Yeah, it's very good. I can't do this no more. I'm out. I'm gonna brush my teeth. Oh man, thanks, babe. That was fun. Whew.
Now drink your water.
Well, you asked me how I'm coping, so I showed you. I make fun of. What's her name? I gotta pee so bad. You know, YouTube's gonna tear me apart on this. You know, we had a lot more in our skit that we were going to do, but I was gonna stop them. Somebody says, "Hey Frank, you got girl chichis." Well, no, my mother was I think she was what 48 triple E or so. I don't know what it was. My mother was well endowed. She was a beautiful woman, and I then ended up getting into sports, and I did a lot of martial arts and boxing, and then I did some weightlifting, and
Yeah, I can do 300 pounds 10 times. Somebody said, no, you can't. You're a liar. You're a liar. Whatever. And I'll bench you. I'll bench press you. And yeah, so I guess I got big cheese. Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. Just like Paluski. But everything else is also. Oh, praise God. Now I'm happy. Now I'm ready to help you all. We do have some reports. Mike. Extra light. Ain't nothing in it, you stupid one. I'm sorry. Is that word considered a bad word? I know, huh?
I didn't see where to do that anyway.
To do what?
So I told you.
Oh, they'll probably do it later or something. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's good to be with you. Thank you for allowing me just to vent, just to. I mean, you go crazy after a while, right? So I thought that would be funny, that you can replay it a few times and say, look at what Frank did. Somebody says, Georgina Lena, good humor ice cream. Get it? There's an ice cream called Good Humor. That's a good one. All right, we're here to study the Iraqi to know everything I offer you is just in my opinion. Please, I don't offer you a date or rate. It's also our Q&A today. Hey. And in our Q&A, what we do is I answer your questions only for premium. Only for premium. I'm in such a good mood that after I'm done with premium, I might answer 10 questions from UB2B. You know what I mean? You can just post your question there and I'll look at it, read it, and I'll try to answer it for you. Because you see, on Saturdays, I only answer questions for those that are inside of our forum. Are you a member of our forum? Please, pretty please, with sugar on top, consider it. Please, ktfalways.com. Look here, you see it right above my head here? Oh, wait a minute. Is that the blue hand or the green hand? Oh, I'm sorry. This one over here. Do you see that phone number? 4402962333. That's our friend, my wife and I, Steve. He's one of the admins of our forum. This man is a miracle walker for us, ain't he? He's been a blessing to us. We thank you so much. Please consider calling Steve if you want to be a member of our forum and you just don't know how to navigate, Sometimes the internet can get frustrating. Or when you go to a forum and you're just not familiar with the surroundings. You feel uncomfortable. You're not sure if you signed up or not. Steve will help you. He'll take your information. It's just, your name and your email. Isn't that right, Tank? That's all we need to be a member of our forum?
Name, email. Yeah, it'll grab their IP.
Yeah, that's it. Your name and your email. Yeah, that's it. And how many cookies you have in your kitchen cabinet so that in case I come over to see you. But Steve will help us out. He'll help you out. Give him a call. It would behoove you to be a member of our forum. Like, for example, now, here we are studying. And UB2B, maybe, because they can't get out all the information to everybody at once for whatever reasons. Maybe it's the coronavirus. I don't know. But UB2B is just not letting you all know when we're on. But you know when we're on. Every Monday, we come on for 30 minutes before we do our big 3-hour or 4-hour production on live stream. Every Monday. Wednesday, Will. What? You forgot about Will? Howdy. All guarantee. All right. That's our country. Boy, everybody loves Will. You know that every Wednesday, Will. You see Wednesday, the W, and then Will, the W. Oh, my goodness. Is that why Frank did that? So all you got to do is just make it easy on yourselves and not hard on me. Yesterday, I had a man, bless his heart. Sam, I love you. I love you to death, but gee whiz, I already told you, we've got all these people that help us out. And here you are asking me again more questions. I see your new question, Sam, and we'll get to that and we'll find out. I'll get the information to Steve so that Steve can sign you up. You need help? Come on, get in here, okay? Okay. And that's Monday, you know, we UB2B. Wednesday, Will, you know, UB2B. Here we are Saturday. Why? Because every Saturday, you know, we do Q&A. Every Saturday, you know that. And it's the questions from the members of my forum. Well, actually, it's the questions from a part of our forum. To be a member of our forum, it's free. But then if you want to be inside of our chat room, that's $10 a month. You don't want to be part of the chat room, don't worry about it. But I hear that you put stuff in there, Frank, huh? I'm going to be left out? Of course not. That was yesterday. Today, the questions that you're going to hear are based on the things I told them yesterday inside of my forum, inside of Premium. So you're going to get to hear a lot of these questions and a lot of things that we taught. But what about the rest of the stuff, Frank, that you gave them yesterday? And I don't know because I cannot afford $10. I give it to you free. You give it to me free? I give it to you free. No, yeah, no, yeah, no. Okay, then no. No, yeah. Well, which is it? If you want KTFA Premium free, there's Steve's phone number. Tell him what you need, and we'll get it set up. If you really got to call me, please go ahead. You know my phone number is, don't you? 419-283-2552. 419-283-2552. Yeah, I'll help you out. Lately, I will admit, I didn't even know my phone, what's it called, voicemail capacity was at 100%. I'm sorry. So, but I fixed it yesterday and I got rid of something like 300 phone calls and messages and everything. And I think you got room now to call and leave a message if you need my help. Or Steve, check it out. Okay, Steve, 440-296-2333. We'll get you in. So what we're going to do now is talk about our study, the Iraqi dinar. Lately, what I've been doing on Saturdays is I've been actually sharing information with you. I might do that today. But instead, why don't we start with the questions first? Because the last 3 Saturdays, I've started out with our files. Lots of them. With our files. But today, we're going to go the opposite way. Back to the way we used to do it. Let's go back over here. That's a very good skit. What about our study? Li Hai Tonga. Tonga! You're from New Zealand. That's a good skit. What about our study? Li Hai, I'm going to say that you're new. Welcome. Let's get to study. It's hard to deal with the masses. You satisfy a group over here. You happy? Oh, yes, thank you very much. Okay. What? You're confused? Why? You just got here and you want me to do this all over again for you? And if I don't, I'm a jerk? I see. Here we go. What we're going to do is go to the questions and answers from inside of our form today. Only 43. Whoa, we're on a diet, huh? Only 43. So let's scroll them back. Premium, what I told you last night. But the cool thing about it is one of you, of these 43 questions, one of you asked one question about that video. One of you asked. So that kind of opens the door that I'm going to talk. Go get him a bra. Looks like I need
Go get him, bro. Bro.
Go get him, bro. Go get him, bro. The same thing. A lot of men would love my physique, wouldn't they, Jan?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, look at that. Huh? Huh? Oh, I'm happy. I'm praising God to be alive and praising God to. You see, I'm happy because I understand what's going on. Should I say my opinion? No. I'm happy. And we're going to be very happy when this is all over with in our study today. Remember, if I can answer a question, I will. I'll answer to the best of my ability. If I cannot answer a question because I feel uncomfortable about it, I'll simply say, look, let's not talk about it or no comment right now. And here we go. Question number 1 from Tim. Greetings, Frank. In your opinion, I just remembered that walking stick and I, we actually, look at 1 and 2. Wow, 2 must have been a really long one. And 3 and 4. Wow, 3 was really long. It took the whole page. 3, 3, and 4 and 5 and 6. And 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. These are all your questions, and these are comments from Walking Stick. So, I thought maybe I'd throw in a few comments from Walking Stick with your questions. I won't tell you what he said about your questions, so. Let's roll. Question number 1. Frank, in your opinion, would you say that the video that they have been showing on television is our second article? And there it is. Right at the opening bell there, huh? Excuse me. There it is. Right now, right away. The question number 1. I didn't even remember that was the first question. Last night, inside of our form in Premium, we gave them one of the latest reports from our Fireflies. And the report said that Mr. Frank, it was at 4:20 something in the morning. Yeah, 4:20 something in the morning. And Eddie says, Mr. Frank, I don't know what this is. I know it's from the CBI. It's a video. And they put it out on television this morning. Now, when was this? Wednesday. Yeah, this past Wednesday. And he said, we like it. And we all stopped to look at it. Like, what the? And he says, they showed it early in the morning. Then about an hour later, they repeated the whole thing. They stopped everything that we had on TV and they repeated the whole thing. Then, throughout the day, it was looped over and over and over and over again. Throughout the day. And what's his name? Fuad, the Minister of Finance. He said it was from the CBI. From Shorty, the little guy, Alok. And did he wanted the citizens to know about this? Now, it turned out that you already got it. Because when it was released through Lebanon, you should have done that. We grabbed it and we brought it. And Manny Delta looked it over and he says, oh, remember? Not this week's, but last week's conference call? And we bring in Manny and he tells you, this is the history of the Iraqi currency. Not just the dinar, but all of their currency throughout the whole existence of the Middle East and their country. It went back from the from the Ottoman Empire to where they're at. And the mistakes that they made with what's his name, Saddam, with Maliki, and the corrections that they've made, and how they're backing up their currency. They even talked about different ways of having backups, not just oil, and what it's going to do for their economy and what the future is for their currency. Frank, Delta says, this is the second article from the CBI that we've been waiting for. I said, yeah, I know. The only thing missing is the date and the rate, because at the end of it, at the end of the video, it doesn't give you the date or the rate of when this new stuff is coming out. But we've got it all. That's why it's important for you to be a member of our forum. If you're not a member of our forum, what can I do for you? Here, this is how you become a member of our forum. Give them a call or write to the admins. So lo and behold, we had it in our possession because they had released it. But the other gurus, for whatever reason, they maybe didn't have it. And then we gave it to you the following day, which was on a Monday. Hello, man. Wasn't it this? Yeah. Yes, it was this past Monday. So much goes on so fast. Well, lo and behold, 2 days later, on Wednesday, there it is on Arakia television. Some of the citizens already knew about it because it was already released through Lebanon. Not the video, but that it was coming out. So Eddie tells me on Wednesday, he says, I don't know what this is, Mr. Frank, but, la, 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 la. And they've been replaying it, and they're showing it over and over again. Who is this old man? Derek Corner. Who is this old man? I hope you're wrong, but you could easily be right. The truth is, no one knows if this is going to lop or reinstate. Really? No one knows that? Personally, I'd be happy with a reinstatement and a float. Who is this? But they've been with us for, ain't it that name? No, they're new? You don't know that name? Dear friend, Michael Tompkins. They're going to reinstate the currency, sir. And they made it very clearly. And the other gurus, they tell you that it's going to be a float, that it's going to be this or that. They don't know what they're talking about, sir. If you're a member of my forum, it's called ktfalways.com. Please go there. And then in our forum, there's a thread called the Final Article Threads. Sir, enjoy it. You're going to see the whole... Let me see, when did we start that? Gosh, about maybe 2.5 years ago. And from that point, when we started it, it's page after page after article after article after article after article, explaining the whole process of the CBI in a relationship with what we call the Fab Four. You don't know what the Fab Four is, do you? No. Oh, no, I can't. I just can't help everyone. I cannot repeat all of this. I just can't do that. Please ignore you're saying the support of everyone else. Keep teaching. Don't be that way. We have to help everyone. We have to help everyone. No, we do. Ask Lot. Ask Lot. Lot's the only man. Lot's the only man, the only human being that actually bartered with God and won. What did we find? One. All right, Lot. Just one. Save it. What did we find? 10, Lord. Lot. Okay. So anyways, yeah, I'd be happy if it's an RI, a reinstatement, because it is going to be a reinstatement. And then the next thing after that, no one knows if this is going to be a lop. Sorry, we all know it's not going to be a lop. A lop is the opposite of what they're doing. What they're doing is so plain and blatant and obvious. I better get back to work. Anyways, I wanted to help. In part, the question number one, we're still at question number one. oh gosh, and then they just threw some more questions. Hold on, I got to get back all the way to question number one.
Do any other gurus do this? No. So, question number 1 from Tim. Would you say that the video that they have been showing on television is our second article? Without a doubt. And it is part of the history. And like I told you, our Firefly, Eddie, found it on Wednesday. They've been playing it. Yeah. And it's very powerful. And I'm very excited about it. I took you to 1-2, and then you saw it. You saw it, I tell you, and then you see it the next day or the day after, whatever amount of time it took. So usually within 3 days, you see our studies, right? That's huge, and you know that. Stopping the auctions and admitting we're not using the dollar. Have you seen the auctions back? Have you seen any cash? And all when we told you that the IMF, Daddy, Pompeo, all those put their foot down, and what's going on now? And that's why I tell you, just forget about the prime minister for the love of tranquility. The prime minister has been selected, and all they're doing is just dealing with that issue right now. But look, back to now. Let's go to question number 2 from Sonotech. In your opinion, look before I leave question 1, it's huge. It's monstrous. We told you a year and a half ago that this was going to be laid out, and every step that you've been seeing since Donald Trump arrived there with the whole entourage, and you know when we've already studied it. Ever since that date, there are no more riots. There was a riot yesterday, and I might tell you about it, but it was a mistake to do that riot. It wasn't worth anything. Nobody died. Everything's okay. They just got mad and burned some tires because they're confused about the prime minister. And I pray to God that you're not. I talk to you from my heart and my studies, in my opinion, and then you see the results. And I keep telling you, stop it with the GOI. Stop it. Premium. Last night, I said a very profound thing. Because it comes from very profound people that I study with. Iraq does not have a financial crisis. None whatsoever. Now you see, right there, you're rolling your eyes at me, aren't you? What you mean? Why? Everyone says they do. Iraq says they do. Everyone says they do. Why you want to be stupid, Frank? Iraq does not have a financial crisis. Please reread the Bible. Lot is not Lot. It was Abraham. Oh, what?
Yeah, they're saying Moses, Abraham.
And they're saying I'm wrong?
They're saying it was Moses and that there's not just one person. They're saying Moses and Abraham. And
You ought to be careful who you judge. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about. Do you? Maybe you don't know what I'm talking about. So it's best you be silent? Yeah. And then when this call is over with, what do I tell you to do? Take the call to who? To the devil? To take it to God in prayer. So you're going to stop me in my training, my thought of training, to tell me that I'm wrong? When I'm wrong, I admit it right away, don't I? And I say, thank you, guys. In this case, I know what I'm talking about. And I think the best thing to do is just to drop it, let it go. Because you are correct. Yeah. If you're talking about Moses. I'm not. I'm talking about Lot. Two completely different things. Separated by many years. Why, huh? Why is there a desire to stomp on someone else, even though they're wrong? Maybe we should take Wednesday and Saturdays off. What do you think, babe?
Yeah.
No, and I'm not being mean. I'm not trying to be a bully here, because I know you're not trying to be mean. I know you're not trying to be a bully. Question number 2 was very in depth. When I talked to Walking Stick about this, it really got under his collar. Let me read it from Sonotech. In your opinion, when will Iraq finish forming its government? Ooh. When will Iraq finish forming its government? Ooh. And that's where the confusion comes in so many things. In so many things. So let's spend a little time and see if we can help each other out with this. You ready? No, you said Lot was the only one. I did not. I said Lot. You see, we're wasting time for stupidity. You know what? We should just end this call. I did not. I said that Lot said, God, if there is but only one. And I stopped. Because you know the Word of God, don't you? And you know what the rest of the statement is, don't you? Fascinating how it's changed. And then also putting words in my mouth. Frank, you said, let's see, where was it again? Where is it? Oh, you got rid of it, guys?
No,
Yeah. Where is it? What?
I didn't.
Where is it? No, you said Lot was the only one. Oh my gosh, no, I did not! You see, this has nothing to do with you, with me. It has to do with the demons and principalities of this world. And I'm going to take the time to preach about it, to teach about it. This individual that says that I said that, when he goes back and listens again to the recording, you know how embarrassed he's going to be? And I don't want to embarrass him any further. You think I come on in front of what, 1.2, almost 1.2 people to make a fool of myself? You know how long I've been doing this? 11 years. I've made many mistakes, and I've made more corrections than mistakes. It has nothing to do with you, friend. You just heard me wrong. Maybe the spirits of this world wanted you to hear me wrong so that we could go into this type of little situation right now and waste time. But no, it's not wasting time. What it is simply telling you that I love you, because that's what Jesus wants me to do. I love you, and if you heard me that you think I said that, I'm here to defend myself and tell you that no, I love God too much to mess up His word. And that's why we brought in Kendall and did a Bible study on Thursday. It was good, no? Huh? Is he good? Huh? We brought in, there's a lot of people that listened, huh? We told the story about the man that called and said, Frank, 2 years ago, I heard what you said, so I went to a church, I attended, I got baptized, I have a family now, Frank. I'm a leader in that church, Frank, thanks to KTFA. Thank you, Frank. Yeah, so criticism doesn't bother me because I know what we're doing. The majority of the population of Iraq was never around. Huh? The last time that their currency actually had value. So that's why that video is so important right now. I can't let go of question number 1. You notice? That was a long time ago. My friend Eddie, he's about in his 30s. He was never around when the Iraqi dinar had value to it. He has no idea. That's why he's mad at the world. It's never going to happen in his eyes. And then they get conflicting articles. They get conflicting articles on the same freaking day. They get an article that says, we're not going to have the budget for 5 months." And in the same day, another article comes out. "Well, we're going to have the budget next week. We're not going to have the prime minister's confident vote of confidence for 5 months, but next week they will." This is crazy. This is insanity. And that's the way it is. We in the United States of America, us Westerners, no, it's different. We have a systematic way of doing things. Boom, 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 and it's done. And it's part of our democracy. On top of that, it's part of our freedom. hmm Our democracy allows us a certain way to accomplish things, and we move forward as a country. Then there's also communism. We're not going to talk about that. Then there's also parliamentary, like the Queen of England and her little court, or like Iraq and the parliament that they have, the parliamentary structure to their government that they have, which I don't like. It sucks. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. The British tried to be, "I say, old chap, just being proper here, proper, just proper, jolly good." And yet, when you see them inside of their own parliament debating on something, oh my goodness, it's insanity. It's like food fight, and I don't see the structure. I don't see the order. I mean, it eventually works itself out, but it wastes so much time. Parliamentary systems take forever before they ever actually make a decision for the citizens. Yeah, so this history, this back to still with number one, this history is so important. And they're telling the people because the majority of the people that are around, they just weren't around when this all was happening. The old timers, they look at this and they say to themselves, "Yeah, we understand. Yeah, we understand." Now, your second question. Question number one was so important. And that's that trickling down information I told you about. This video was a waterfall. This video was a monsoon. This video was a downpour. This video Noah's Ark knows about. It was so overwhelming, and it was just with so much data that it just stunned you. And you're like, how many of you got to see the video? Because we brought it to you before the citizens even got to see it. Huh? How many of you saw it? And when you saw it, what'd you say? Dang! Huh? I mean, not giving us credit. That's exactly what they told us. That's what Frank's team told us. This is not possible. How did they know that they were going to say from the beginning to the end? Blah, blah, blah. We threw in a key word, the Ottoman society, the Ottoman state, the Ottoman empire. We did that on purpose when we gave you that information a year ago. It should be in your notes because you can see the video. It tells you from the days of. So, Frank, when will Iraq finish forming its government? It doesn't matter. Okay, wait. But Frank, you said we need a government in order for the sperm to come to the egg. We need a government in order for the CBI to hand off the new rate. Yes, I know all that, okay? But then why do you say we don't need a government? Because we got one. Babe, turn that down. What? Wait a minute, we got one? Yeah, but it's not the government that Daddy wants. Oh, this whole call is in my opinion, isn't it? So what do you got? What you got? Got Maliki, got Amir, babe. You got to kill that. No, you didn't. We're that super fast now. Oh, it's hard to do so many things at once. Okay, Amir, what am I saying? The prime ministers that they had before the president of the United States, Donald Trump, got involved, in my opinion, with the supervision of all functions in Iraq, no longer the oversight. those prime ministers don't exist anymore. And the reason why is because they're just Iranian influence. So Daddy brings in one minister, American all the way. Daddy brings in another prime minister, pro-American all the way. We got another one. What's this going? What's he called? I call him Shazam. A pro-American all the way. Where do you think these guys are coming from? And I told you, each one of them, in my opinion, each one of them has a little fuse. Has a fuse. Ready? Yeah, get in there. Get in there. Just get in there. It's acting prime minister, whatever you want to call yourself. Okay? Ready? Yeah, I'm ready. Light the fuse. Boom. Okay, you're done. Next. Ready? Are you ready, Mr. Prime Minister? Yeah. Light the fuse. He had a little bit more to accomplish. Boom. Are prime ministers a dime a dozen? No, they're carefully selected, in my opinion. Honey, give it the one. Give it the one. They're carefully selected, in my opinion. I told you this already. They're carefully carved and manicured and taught and motivated. Carefully put together by the United States. Pro-American. Why? Because we don't want Iranian influence anymore. And I keep telling you we don't want it. Iraq doesn't want it. The citizens don't want it. But we were talking about a young generation that doesn't understand. They got a prime minister. They have a prime minister. Unfortunately, his name is Mahdi. I know what you're thinking. But Mahdi resigned, Frank. Did you see anybody accept it? Go on, Jen. Go. Did you see anybody accept it? He's still the acting prime minister. It's that simple. He still has a seated cabinet. It's that simple. They still make decisions. Marty. With his, because he's the prime minister. With his cabinet. They just don't use parliament. I wish the other gurus would have taught you this, but I've decided, you notice what I'm doing? We're only on question number 2. You need help. And I'm just honest. Okay, you need help, and I'm here to help. They got a prime minister. No, they don't. Yes, they do. No, they don't. Yes, you do. No, you want me to prove it to you? No, yeah. How? Do you remember? You remember they said there's a curfew now in our country. Remember that? It was Mahdi, even though he resigned. It was Mahdi that came up with the curfew times, and for them to implement it. He's a prime minister, and the prime minister and the cabinet are actually making decisions for Iraq right now. But those decisions, most of them are Iranian influence, and it's pissing off the young citizens of Iraq that don't know what, in all honesty, is going on. Because one minute the article tells them one thing, but yet on that same day, the article tells them, wait a minute, no, it's only going to be tomorrow. What? 6 months versus, what are you talking about? They're young, they got vinegar in their blood. Of course they're going to protest and be angry. They got a prime minister, and you keep asking for one. The gurus keep asking for one. I don't want one. I keep telling you. And the ones that they keep bringing in, who are they? American prime ministers. American influenced. The prime minister right now is still Mahdi and his cabinet, and they're making decisions. Yeah, you want another example? Okay. There's articles that are going around right now, actually saying that 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 there are decisions coming out from the government of Iraq, and that's only because of the acting prime minister right now and his cabinet, Mahdi and his bozos. Did you see where they said, "Hey, what? We are resetting air flights. We are changing air flights." And all of the airport in Iraq had to do all changes that they told them to. Where do you think that decision came from? From Mahdi, the prime minister of Iraq, and his cabinet. They make the decisions. Every now and then they tell you, well, it's a holiday. Another one? Yeah. Who made that decision? The prime minister and his cabinet, the only ones. You see, the thing is, though, that this prime minister, Mahdi, and his cabinet can make decisions, but they cannot make laws, nor can they pass them, nor can they even talk about them, which they have been. We have the authority to do it. Shut up. You're an intern government, if anything at all. You're temporary. You resigned, but you're still there, and you're still going about the decision making for your country. Oh, that's the gospel truth. I mean, I'm supposed to give it to you, in my opinion, right? You can't do this right now, family. Frank, in your opinion, do you think that Mahdi's government is willing to let the government fail to keep the power, and then what happens after the failure? The government has to be dissolved, and so forth and so forth. Guys, I'm trying to teach you. You don't stop and say, "Excuse me, teacher." You know what I'm saying? Although I like the question. It's a good one. And I have an answer for it. You might find it in this little mini lecture here. You know what? I'll try to speed it up. The government of Iraq still has the power to make decisions as long as it does not require a vote from Parliament. Okay? Are we done? Are we done? Okay. Yeah, Mahdi resigned, but he still has powers. But those powers are limited. Are you writing all this down? I hope so. Their powers are limited. But as the prime minister still, so officially, interim, whatever you want to call it, and their cabinet, they can still make decisions as long as it doesn't require a vote from Parliament. Okay, so that was question number 2, and I hope I answered it. It took 3 hours, but we did it. Yay. Question number 3 from Blessed Favor. I spent a lot of time on question 1 and 2, didn't I? I want you to notice that. And question number 1 and 2, you just got a lot of information that, right? Please notice that. Question number 3, from Blessed Favor. In your opinion, since Iraq knows that Daddy's waiting with a paddle if they don't get their chores done by May the 1st, do you think that they will hustle to get the job done, as they don't want to get a whipping? My answer is nothing has changed. And I'm surprised you remember May 1st. Not too many people did. And I was criticized for it too, but that's okay. No, nothing has changed. The United States of America, in my opinion, is still pounding on Iraq. Is still pounding on the GOI. Is still pounding on the CBI. Let me give you an example. Would you like an example?
because your question is, in your opinion, since Daddy knows that, since Iraq knows that Daddy is waiting within a paddle, with a paddle, if they don't get things done by May the 1st, do you think they're going to get a whipping? They're getting a whipping every day. They get taken out to the woodshed every day. Yeah. Example. The United States of America tells Iraq, you need to lessen your dependence on the American dollar. Boy, did they ever. Like a hot potato. Ouch! Okay, no more. Okay. Because they knew the consequences. Now, Iraq, and I told you this last Monday. We're really mad at you, Iraq. Remember I said that? Everybody thought it was, you mean Daddy's mad at Iran. No, we're mad at Iraq. They should have protected our soldiers. They should have protected their citizens in the street from these idiots. But they didn't. But that was taken care of right away because of the pounding, the pressure that was put on them. No more. Lessen the usage of the American dollar. Oh boy, no more. I mean, you hold them, I'll hit them. Another example, Iraq. Stop. Lessen your dependence on electricity from Iran. And they are. And they are. I mean, it's been a very stubborn attitude, a parliamentary way of doing things, but they are, aren't they? I just don't mean to laugh. I love I love being on the winning side. You know what I mean, Peluski? Oh, I actually said her name.
Lucy.
Oh, I didn't say her name. Pelosi, Peluski, Peluski. She Peloski, she Pulaski. She Peluski me, she Pulaski me, she Peloski me, she No, she doesn't. Stop using Iran's electricity. Ladies and gentlemen, there are many extensions. There are many time frames that have been given to Iraq to do many things. May 1st is not necessarily a date that, boom, there it is. Don't put anything in titanium. But understand that by May the 1st, if they ain't got their stuff together, oh my goodness, the pressure that I'm talking about right now, that you asked me in question number 2, shoot. So stop using electricity. Stop using the American dollar. They're stopping all these things, family. So to answer your question number 3, nothing has changed. In fact, the next day, what does Iraq do? I'm sorry, America, Daddy. No, use electricity. Don't touch that. Or don't touch that. Don't touch that. Don't touch that, man. No touch. Touch it. Just touch it. Go on, told you not to touch that. You see, they are now understanding that yes, Iran's fear tactics has been a chokehold on them. But the United States, we don't play those games. We ain't scaring you. We ain't choking you. We telling you. And if you don't do it, we leaving. And if we leave... Now, before, well, why didn't we leave? We've been there 17 years since 2003 when we arrived. Because the presidents before Donald Trump had their agenda, and it worked. It was extremely successful. But this president does not agree with the agenda that these other presidents set up in the Middle East and against the American taxpayer, in my opinion. So Iraq is under a different tutelage, a completely different guidance. And as stubborn as they were about it, they're understanding that this is the better way.
And I've given you 3 examples already. And in this third one, when we once again reiterated to the government, to the country of Iran, stop using Iran's electricity. The next day, Iran comes out with a beautiful article, and they say, we've increased our gas output. You know, no, no. The title of the article should have said, "We are obeying the United States of America and Daddy." Of course, you're going to increase your output, and yeah, that's what's going to replace the electricity that you're using from Iran right now, and upsetting the United States of America. That article made Donald Trump very happy, very happy. The President of the United States is showing many people the way to do things. This coronavirus, never had it before. From this point onward, when any pandemic epidemic occurs again, we will be following the guidelines that Donald Trump and his team laid out. No president in the future will change that guidelines, those steps, in fear of not succeeding the way Donald Trump has against the coronavirus. Today he decided, let's start slowly opening it up. The United States of America. And you have somebody like the mayor from New York, Cuomo, that comes out, who is just one exaggerating little man. I guess he can't hold his water or something is wrong with him. He was caught with ventilators in a basement, thousands of them, that weren't being used. He demands that the federal government helps the state, which they are. But yet, he criticizes the feds for getting involved in what they're doing in their state. That the governor should make the decisions. So the president says, you got it. Then Cuomo says, well, wait a minute, no, we need your help. He has proven himself to me, Cuomo, of the character, the spirit, the soul, the persona that he is. Good luck. So Donald Trump tells this mayor, or excuse me, this governor, or excuse me, this mayor, Cuomo, hey, stop talking and just get the job done. Okay? Trump ain't going after no revenge. Trump ain't going out there Trump ain't punishing them. He's giving them hospital. He gave them 2 ships and they didn't even use them. Huh? Was it Como that came out and actually said, hey, God, Jan, was it Como? Or was it, we don't remember it because I didn't see it. I
think that's the person. Yeah.
Well, somebody out there in New York said that God had nothing to do with the numbers falling. It's what they're doing. And they're doing nothing. And that's why Trump had to tell them, shut up and do something. Stop talking and get the job done. And that's what Donald Trump has told Iraq. Oh, is it Governor Cuomo? Thank you. Is he really a governor? I thought he was. Who's the mayor of New York?
I don't know.
Who's the mayor of New York? They both need to go. I'll agree with that. Well, who? Tell me, because I'm curious now. Who's
Bill
the?
de Blasio.
Excuse me. Is it
Bill
Bellagio?
de Blasio.
Oh, thank you, Di. That's right, Di. I forgot about Diana. Anyways, okay. So the I'm done. Very simply, Trump told Iraq, stop talking, get the job done. Question number 4 from Mr. K. After last night's team chat revelation, if memory serves me correctly, back in October, they showed this step for a couple of weeks. So, how long of a review this time around would be sufficient until they finally get the second half of the show and the pictures and the descriptions to the citizens? I don't know. Every time you ask me these kind of questions, that, to pinpoint a time frame, when will they have a government? When will this video be accomplishing its goal? When will we? And I know you're not trying to play a game with me. It just ends up that way. So I'll be very blunt. I'll be very frank with you. I'll say this about your question. The education continues. The education continues before, during, and after the reinstatement of the Iraqi dinar. So there is no time when this video has or is going to reach its goal. Do you understand that? The key, your question instead, the key is that the information on the monetary reform is arriving quickly, daily, to the citizens of Iraq now. Question number 5, from and Minnesota man, Frank, do all the 10 articles have to be completed before the RI can go through? Do all the 10 articles? Well, you're saying that because I said that there are 10 topics. Remember I said that? 10 topics that I'd like to introduce to you. The first 2, I showed them to you. Then the meeting from the CBI and the Fab Four said exactly what we did. 3 and 4, what was it? Stop the auction, stop using the American dollar. Boom, there it is. They did it. They said it. We have the articles. Number 5, what was it? You were with me, weren't you? Of course you were on Monday's conference call. I defined it, I tore it apart, I explained it, and I told you where the American dollar is now with. Yeah, okay. Number 6. You think we're ready to go into number 6? You think that... So number 5, Frank, do all the 10 articles, all the 10 topics or files that me and my team have created in order to give to you so that you can see it before it happens, in our opinion. Do you asking me, do these 10 topics have to be completed before the RV can go through? Well, these topics are the ones that lead you to what? What did I call it? The end. Question number, but wait a minute. But no. Now I think about it, no. Not all of these 10 topics that I've presented, and I've given you half of them already, 5, they do not have to be completed, now that I think about it. Because you know what? Even those 10 will continue after the fact. I never thought about it that way. They'll continue to have articles. They'll continue to have videos. They'll continue to have training classes, especially the CBI with the citizens. They'll continue all this. Anyways, question number 6. How y'all doing, by the way? Is everybody okay? Are we happy? 1.1, we still got the same amount. De Blasio, is that his name? I think he's okay. I'm not too sure about him, but I thought he was okay. Trump haters that are hoping for the Iraqi RI deferred logic. Oh, I like that, Ken. How true. Why, oh Lord, are we people arguing over that? For that is not what we are here for. Some people are children. It's okay. Oh, look at it. You're all happy. Oh, bless your heart. Okay. then let's continue. You want to keep on steady? Question number 6 from Reggae Boy. Yeah, man. With all the delays, I see no delays. I'm sorry. But I'll continue to read your question. With all the delays of this reinstatement, why haven't the Iraqi citizens started rioting again? Are they being informed from above? Look, Reggae Boy, and all of you, in my opinion, this whole call is in my opinion, right? This, you say, with all of the delay of this RI, why aren't the citizens protesting? They're not protesting about the reinstatement of the Iraqi dinar. Reggae Boy, in all honesty, that's the problem. They don't know about the reinstatement of the Iraqi dinar. And they're being taught about it. And it's trickling down really fast now. A year and a half ago, what we told you now? Fast? You can't put that together? If you put your hand outside and your hand is wet, it is raining. You can't put that together. Oh, it was a bird? Oh, I'm sorry. Dang, big bird. Lay off them red berries. Reggae Boy, with all of this, why aren't they? Why all the delays of the RI? Why aren't they out there rioting? You know what they're writing about? Purchasing power. Purchasing power, which means the reinstatement, but they don't know that. Ooh, a light came on. Rather profound, isn't it? Yeah, because the lack of knowledge is ignorance, and oh boy, ignorance is dangerous. It can cause mistakes, mathematical mistakes, prejudicial mistakes. Ignorance is bad. And these poor citizens, they don't really fully understand you're going through a reinstatement, so they're teaching it to them. And they start from the very beginning. In a land far, far, far away, in the Ottoman Empire, we started with this currency, and then it went to So they're learning about the reinstatement because they're screaming for purchasing power. They simply don't understand. They don't. Honestly, they don't. My friend Eddie doesn't. I know you're watching, Eddie. I love you. Eddie, you know who understands? Your dad. The old timers. You see, the old timers may understand what's going on. Hey, we're getting a reinstatement. We're getting our currency back the way it was. Yeah, the young generation may have a lack of understanding, but the old generation, they're not confused. They're not confused in the process. The young generation is very confused in the process, and they really don't care about the process. Look here, we got a new. I don't care. Give me. Okay. Look, we got a new prime minister. I don't care. We want this. We want that. And if not, we're going to give birth protest. We're going to burn the place. Oh, jeez. But they're going to like the outcome. They're going to like the outcome. It's just that right now they really don't understand what it takes to get the reinstatement done. And they're not rioting due to a reinstatement. They riot because they want to. Because they want purchasing power. That's it. And unfortunately, that's lacking way too much information. But they'll like the end results. Question number 7
From Buckeye Tree. Frank, in your opinion, will the CBI reveal pictures of the new small category notes just before the reinstatement or on the day of the reinstatement? Because the CBI seems to be taking a lot on, excuse me, because the CBI seems to be talking a lot on their media lately, and maybe they will let those pictures out of their bag also soon. Well, you just gave me my notes. This is what I teach you. Again, should I agree with what I agreed upon to teach you? Yeah. So the answer is yes. Yeah. They. I think that they'll show the citizens, like I told you, in a picture form, like the history video is preparing them. This is the old stuff. Now check it out. This is the new stuff, and it'll be probably in a picture form before the reinstatement, yeah, or right as it happens, but certainly not afterwards. Okay? Okay, we've gone through this so many times. Question number 8, Smooth B. In your opinion, do you think that the United States asset-backed currency will be announced before, during, or immediately after the RI? Do you see what you do with your questions? So the answer to that question? Unknown. Unknown. Question number 9. I'm going to just call you ELENIH23. Your name is now L. From L, when the IQD reinstates, how will we know whether or not the CBI has decided to free float it or if it will be fixed? You're sweet. You're sweet. They'll tell you. That's it. They'll tell you. And we've already torn this apart. I've already told you it's going to be fixed. Question number 10, also from L. How much does it cost Iraq to produce a barrel of oil? That's a good question, but and I'd like to know why you want to know. It's under $20. It's probably like about somewhere between $14, $16 a barrel. It could be almost as low as 12. Yeah. Okay. I hope that answers your question. There's not much profit in it, is there? But Jiminy Crickets, the world runs on oil. Oh, they make so much money. And all that money, can you imagine, was being used for terrorism? That's sad. That's sad. Alrighty, question number 11 from James Edwards. April 17th, Friday, post 79, quote, gee whiz. We are waiting. Go ahead and kill it completely, honey. We are waiting Al Kazim's request for confidence giving session. Does this mean that Parliament will give a confidence vote to Al Kazimi and his cabinet, and then bingo for the reinstatement? You see, golly. Hey, James, get your pencil and paper out. I'm in that mood tonight where I don't want to share, more. Go into 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and all that. I don't want to share. I want to teach. We can't go forward together, family. Already 5. This is number 6. All right, here we go. So much effort put into deception and evil. Isn't that right, Tori?
Isn't that right? Golly. Here we go. James, Parliament does not give confidence to the Prime Minister. Got it? Write down. Okay. The Cabinet does. That's it. You got that? Because the third one is it's Parliament that's going to vote. But the confidence for the Prime Minister comes from the Cabinet. And then Parliament decides those guys are good or bad. And then they make a vote about those guys. And if there is no confidence on the Prime Minister's cabinet that he selected, then he has failed as a Prime Minister, and he's not a Prime Minister. In a roundabout way, I guess. A lot of the process right now, a lot of the process that is occurring right now to form this government, actually to sit this government, not to form it, you're never going to read about. Never. The process has been a pain in the rear end, but it's getting a lot better. And they got until the beginning of next month, I think, to really get that government out there. If not, I really, really seriously think that because we've already, taken over the CBI with supervision. If not, let's take over the GOI. Next. But we don't have to because the Prime Minister is our guy. And the cabinets? What do you think picked them? And Parliament, that has been devoid of an awful lot of Iranian influence, and those that are there are going to work because they want to survive. Then I think we're going to have ourselves a nice little government pretty soon, aren't we? I hope that helps you, James. Question number 12 from Mr. K. Mr. K with Pompeo. With Pompeo saying, get your whatever together by May 1st, will it be enough pressure to finish the reinstatement process? Sure. Why not? Yeah, sure. If not, we take over. I just said that. Question number 13 from Wasabi. Frank, thank you. In your opinion, having played educational videos of Iraq's currency history and now the new small category notes, they didn't show them that. I never said that. I said the article talked about the new small category notes. The video talked about their ancient currency and the history of it. I never said that they showed them the new small category notes. And this is how it gets to another place. And look what Frank said. Because, well, he must have said it because, look, they're asking him, why did you say that? No, I never. So, anyways, what will be the next step for the citizens and the merchants to see the evidence of this process, the new small category notes? Which we are chasing our tail, like a dog chasing its tail right now. We keep going round and round and round back to the same thing. They're being taught about the currency that they're about to receive and about the new rate and reasons why and all that. And when you say, when will this happen and when is the next step and when will that, I don't know. I don't know. If I did, my God, I wouldn't be doing this. Question number 14. From Phantom Wolf. Ooh, I like that. That's a good call sign, huh? That's a good call sign right here. Phantom Wolf.
You know, everybody has their own insignias. I remember my father's. Although it was a prototype, it wasn't approved, but it was still a patch. And it was on his coat. His coat was cool because it had that leather. It was all solid brown leather and worn away at the elbows and the right places. And it had the fur because back in those days they didn't have pressurized machine gunneries and cockpits. And he had this a flight jacket. It's so cool. And he used to wear a white scarf with it. When I was in high school. And I wore my varsity jacket for 3 years. Hey, Tink.
Yep.
Do you remember that I always used to wear a scarf?
Yep. A white silk.
A white silk. You remember?
Yep.
I never told you I did that in honor of my father. And every time, I would get those badges of honor playing football, those were my medals. I never told you that, babe. So, did we, question number 14 from Phantom Wolf. Frank, a news article stated, Kazemi had stated, countries worldwide will benefit from Iraq economically in 2001. Can you elaborate on that? Do I have to? Come on, man. What kind of question is that? Kazemi, he's the pro-American prime minister rep right now. What's he telling the international world? What's he telling the international world? We're going to kick behind in 2021 because of what we're doing right now. Wink, wink. It's going to benefit you worldwide, all of you. And what did I call it? What did I call it? The linchpin. What did I call it? This is the fuse. When you light that fuse for the Iraqi dinar reinstatement, what did I call it? You have your American stimulus, don't you? And another one coming, probably. But the Iraqi dinar, ladies and gentlemen, in my opinion, has been primed to be the world's stimulus. To be the world's stimulus. This is not a game. This is a prime minister that was sent by the President of the United States of America into the core of Iraq, surrounded by all the enemies of the United States of America, to proclaim and tell everyone internationally, we are about to do business with you. Kazemi is telling, and he's just one of many that have recently been announcing without any problems to the world, we are Article 8. And the world knows it. They should know it. They have the right to know it. You don't. I don't. The international community, the world, those that invested, those that also are taking this girl to the prom. Question number 15. 82nd Airborne Division. Airborne 82. Do you have any thoughts
or opinions regarding how the various Iranian militia are going to be dealt with? In my opinion, none of the Iraqi organizations that should step up, the police, the army, appear to have the courage or leadership to handle the problem. So how is it going to happen, in your opinion? I already gave you my opinion, dear friend, Airborne. I already did, and these are my notes. These are just my notes, my dear friend. I already told you. And I already told you that we've stepped in. And I'd already told you that we're now, supervising. We're not overlooking. And I already told you that their army, their police that we trained, I told you, did not protect their citizens of being killed by Iranians. I already told you they did not protect the Americans in Iraq soil. No, they didn't stop the Iraqi rockets, those cat garbage thingamajigs that were fired from inside of Iraq. So how are we going to handle the problems, what you're asking me? We have. Move over. Question number 16. From Gary Lyons. Frank, do you have any thoughts about the exchange process amidst the shutdown in the U.S.? Doesn't matter in a few days. Okay, I better clarify that, right? Here's the question from Gary Lyons. Frank, do you have any thoughts about the exchange process amidst the shutdown in the United States? It doesn't matter. And it probably won't matter at all in a few days. And the reason why is Donald Trump already started to open us back up today. In a few days, I'm sure you'll be able to get in to your banks and out of your banks without having to ask for extra fries through the drive-through. Gary, it doesn't matter because Trump did not shut down the states. The governors are the ones that shut down their own states. The feds, the federal government, gave them the policy to follow, the guidelines to follow. And then the governor of that state basically made his own decision. So what are my thoughts about the exchange process amidst the shutdown in the United States of America? It really won't matter based on what Trump is about to do, but it will matter based on what the governors of each state decide to do. They're responsible for their state. Each state is different, just like Trump and I and everyone else logically has been saying. You may have a forest fire over here on the East Coast, but in the middle of the United States, you got a brush fire. You're going to send the same amount of people, the same amount of money, the same amount of medicine? No. So what you're going to do instead, you're going to look at the places that are improved or not as dangerous and start to run our economy from there. I don't care if the Bank of America has to open a headquarters in somewhere in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Move and get out there and do it if you have to. But just save our country. And we're going to do that, okay? You got a piece of bread. It's got mold on it. You're going to eat where the mold is? Huh? You're going to eat where the mold is. So let's eat on the other side where the mold is not. And then there's a problem, though, because these states, in my opinion, they need to be in better cahoot with the President of the United States, but it's all, it's all bad politics. It's just not good. And then they make it political instead of trying to help the individual. This is not good. Each state, yes, take care of yourself. And I pray that you got a good governor to lead you. Let me give you an example. Some governor said, all churches are closed. That was pushing it, in my opinion. That was pushing it. Just like for 8 years, you're telling me I cannot say the Pledge of Allegiance? Are you serious? I can't honor the flag of my country? This is what my president is saying. It's insane. Until I found out that his name was Hussein. Barack Obama. Yeah, so be careful. I pray that your state has good leadership. Because a governor to tell me that I can't go to worship at my church, I thought that was pushing it too far. I hope you got good leadership. You can very simply leave the churches open, okay? Here's an idea. Leave the churches open. Okay. Now, you got the, what do you got? I have a minister, a teacher, teacher. There's bishops, I understand. There's monks. No, that's a different thing. There's bishops. There's, what do you call them? Well, I can't call them. There's only one father for me.
Bishops, priests.
But the priest and all those other names. So have the religious, there you go, the teacher of the Word of God be in the church. Give him a television if he's bored. Give him a radio or something, whatever, okay? Then have somebody at the door of that church. I don't care if it's a little church or a gigantic church. That's it. You can probably have somebody in the parking lot in their car for security if you want, I don't know, or for food or whatever. And have all the parishioners, all the members of the church call the guy that's in the car. Like tea time. I'd like to set up a time to talk to God, please. Okay. For Catholic people, they need this other, in between person. I don't. I would call, ring a ding ding. Ring-a-ding-ding. Hello, Church of Christ in Toledo, Ohio. How can I help you? Yeah, this is Frank. Do you have an opening at about 3:15? How about 3:30? Sounds good. How much do I got? Well, how much you need? Okay, thank you. See you then. And I show up. I wave at the guy at the car, the guy at the door for security, whatever. Oh, I can open the door myself. And I go in. And there's maybe my minister. How you doing? What's up, buddy? Miss you. Gained a little weight, did you, huh? Yeah, let's pray. And we pray. And we pray. We pray. For where there are 2 or 3 gathered, he's there. And ain't no government going to tell me he's not. And this to me would have been the logical and correct thing to do. And not to take away my rights to worship my God. They went overboard in their guidelines because Trump did not give them those guidelines. Am I boring them, Jen?
No.
How about if we do this a little rapid fire quick now? Here we go. Question number 17 from God's servant. Frank, is the looped video, the one that I shared yesterday, that Eddie is seeing the same one that was posted in our forum? Good question. Yes. Question number 18 from Marcus Bond. Hola, Frank, ¿cómo estás? Estoy muy bien, Marcus. Estoy muy bien. Ojalá que tú y tu familia también están igualmente. Muchísimas gracias por todo. When you read released file number 8, in your opinion, which term would best describe Iraq and the RI? Arrived, the RI, or approaching the RI? Okay. Let's just answer it in Spanish, huh? Let's answer it both in Spanish and English. Mira, Marcus, primeramente, yo no sé de número 8. Bueno, tú hablas, Tú hablas del otro PM, ¿verdad? ¿Cómo se llamaba? Alawi. Cuando él dijo que el punto número 8 no podía hablar de ese punto porque no estaban, todavía no habían levantado el valor del dinario. So él dijo, bueno, punto número 8, olvídate. Y de ahí tú me preguntas, ¿in which term would be? So, ¿quieres saber, siendo que no pudo hablar de ese punto, tú quieres saber si the RI está llegando o ya llegó? Ya llegó. Ya llegó. Con el CBI. Con el CBI. ¿Ya? Y ahora el CBI busca a un lugar donde lo pueden mandar, que viene siendo el GOI. Pero la formación del GOI no trabajó con los que son de Irán, pero está trabajando con los que son de los Estados Unidos. ¿Entiendes? So Marcus, your question was, is the RI arriving or is it approaching? It's arrived. It's arrived, and it is with the CBI, and it was brought to the CBI by the Fab Four, and in my opinion, by the pressure from the United States of America, that has just recently been put on about a little over a month ago now. And it awaits for a fully seated government that it can present this new currency, this new rate for their economic crisis. Because once again, listen very carefully, they do not have a financial crisis. Oh, buddy, they do not have a financial crisis. And I know all of you are sitting there rolling your eyes and saying, "What the heck is the matter with Frank?" I already said it earlier, by the way, and I explained it, and I'm not going to go into depth. You see, what they have is an economic crisis. They don't have a financial crisis. They may have a liquidity issue, but not a financial crisis. And there's quite a difference, quite a difference. The financial crisis is one that they're solving right now by adding value. Then they'll have plenty of liquidity because they got plenty of new small category notes to introduce with that new rate. So you see, they don't have a financial crisis. They have an economic crisis. And the only way to save the economy, the economics of this country, of Iraq, is to add value to their currency. And they've self-admitted it. They've self-admitted it. They bragged about it. They accidentally said it. They boast about it. The IMF said, yeah, they're Article 8. And we have the article that says they're Article 8. And so what? So yeah, it has arrived. And the only reason it arrived, la única razón por qué llegó, es porque el presidente hizo todo bien con el CBI. The only reason why the reinstatement has arrived at the CBI is because of what Donald Trump did recently. And now he's doing something at the GOI so that he can send that over there. Trump is nothing, he's a businessman. He's not a politician. He doesn't care what color your skin is. And now CNN. ¿Has visto? Hey, Marcus, ¿has visto que CNN está usando que los latinos están sufriendo, los negritos están sufriendo por lo que está haciendo Trump? Jeez. What I just said, by the way, I'm translating everything. And now CNN is actually going around saying that, the Latins, the Mexicans are dying left and right and suffering. The blacks are suffering, dying left and right because because Trump is not taking care of these people. Look. Lying, conniving thieves. Anyways, let's move on. I hope I helped you. Question number 19 from Stephen Doyle. Once the new prime minister and the cabinet have gained formal confidence and the remaining educational information from the big boys, teleconferencing has flowed down to the citizens. You don't have to
Repeat. Okay. Are any other compliance issues required before the budget can be sent to Parliament and be approved? No. Question number 20. From Golf Czar Frank, CBI citizens, dinar video education, no more American dollars, auctions gone, no more IMF, USA financial aid, no more loans equals what? That's your question? Really? That's your question. This is a summary, my dear friend. Is this a summary of what I've been teaching you? We told you what happened, and there it was, and you want to know what it equals? A waste of time. I'm kidding. I'm playing. That's me being facetious, because this is a waste of time. It equals a reinstatement of the Iraqi dinar to add value to it. Question number 21 from Saucy. Hi, Saucy. Frank, is the something small from Iran already taken care of? Is the something small from Iran already taken care of? That's Miller. No comment, Saucy. Question number 22 from M. Hendricks. When do you expect the China agreement deal to be signed, activated, as their timely cameo appearance on April the 6th suggested that it is very soon? I don't understand the question. So the answer is it's very soon. You answered your own question. I'm so sorry, M. Hendricks. But you're saying this China deal on April the 6th, when they announced it, does that suggest that, I guess, that it is that the RI is very soon? Yeah, I guess. Yeah, sure. Why not? Because I said, wait a minute, why in the world would you come over, China? Because we have our currency can be protected in Iraq. Who told you? Article 8. They haven't announced it, but they told us. Who did? CBI and Fab 4. I guess that's enough, huh? Yeah. And that's why it's spilled all over the place. They just got to make the announcement. Question number 23 from Tara 407. Is it possible to reinstate during Ramadan? Now, there's a good question. And it's actually a tedious question. It's been asked so many times over and over and over again. And I'm afraid I got to answer it because we're approaching it, and I want people to understand that your question is it possible to RI during Ramadan? The answer is yes. Oh yes. Ramadan does not affect the Central Bank of Iraq and the monetary reform process. But I also would like to include in your notes, I don't think it's a good idea. It's a time of gratefulness, and so is Eid. It's a time of pride. It's in that description, but it's not a pride of, oh, look at me, Mr. Jones, I got more than you do. No, it's a pride of being Iraqi, of being the children of their God. Yeah. And that's why I just don't think it's a good idea during that time. It's to honor their God, not to honor their riches. I know their God wants them to be financially blessed, but not to brag about it. You know what I mean? Question number 24 from Buckeye Tree. Frank, reading post number 107 from Samson in today's thread concerning confidence giving session next Wednesday for Kazemi. Would you understand that as Wednesday is the likely day for Parliament voting approval of Kazemi and his cabinet, unless they change that date? These questions, you can't do this to me, family. Ask me a question. Don't give me all these roadblocks. What you do is you take my hand and you lead me down a road. And then you put a roadblock and you say, well, turn right or left, Frank. But I'd rather just answer this roadblock. But turn right or left so that we can continue, because there's a whole much more questions that I have. Don't do this. I ask you kindly. So back to your question number 24. Parliament, Cabinet, unless they change that date Wednesday. Okay. They have changed the date daily. You expect this coming Wednesday to be the date? When I tell you I don't give a squat about no prime minister, I don't give a squat about giving me a cabinet. Both of those are assigned. And I told you today we got a prime minister. His name is Bozo Madi, and his cabinet. They're still there, functioning, running the country. But what are these other guys in there for? What part do you miss of my words? Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? If not, then stop. Because Trump, as soon as he sent Pompeo, everything stopped. And Trump sent these guys over. Mahdi says, what? And he resigns. You weren't supposed to, stupid. Now get back in there and work. These guys are on a different mission. It's a trickle down of information that's flowing down to the citizens of Iraq. Click, click. Question number 25 from Mockingbird 71. Thank you, Frank. 26 walks to the teams and all for to do. Have your Fireflies provided you with the 1 hour long version of the video, the story of the Iraqi didn't hire? No comment. Question number 26 from Saucy. With the IMF ready to assist in prioritizing public spending, will this include international spending? Huh? With the IMF ready to assist. Yeah. Ready to assist in You don't assist in prioritizing. You tell them what to do. But I see what you're saying. Okay. Prioritizing is us making the decisions for them now, Saucy. They're not making the decisions on their own for the money that comes in from their oil revenues. Not anymore. So with the IMF ready to tell them in the prioritizing public spending, will this include international spending? Sweetheart, yeah, it includes everything. Everything in their financial system, okay? Question number 27 from Ray62. Frank, in your opinion, do you feel that Iraq is fully Article 8 compliant? I like that question. I like that question. Oh, by the way, let me go back to Saucy because I just thought of something. Saucy, prioritize. If you see Iraq get loans, it's only because Donald Trump approved it, and it's because it's needed. If you see that, then you might see the IMF's prioritizing retreat. Okay. Question number 27 from Ray62. Frank, in your opinion, do you feel that Iraq is fully Article 8 compliant? Look at your notes from January 2 years ago. I said to you, yeah. I said, family, in my opinion, I talk too much, so I end up burping. I'm sorry. I'm trying to be polite. In my opinion, family, I forgot my train of thought. 2 Januaries ago, I told you, in my opinion, they lifted the 3 zeros electronically. They're going on a second set of books. And the next thing you know, we showed you in June, July, and August the lifting of 1, 2, 3 zeros because we showed you how. And in my opinion, they are compliant, Article 8, with everything.
ironically enough, because it may sound like I'm double talking here, but the only thing that they are not compliant for, because they have not announced it, they are not compliant with their currency yet. But no, they have been Article 8 compliant for a while now. Across the board. And that's why the international world scratches their heads and say, guys, let us in. And this new quote unquote prime minister is making sure everybody is on the same page of understanding. Question number 28 from L. With a lot going to the AMF, when do you suspect this new CBI governor will be announced? And here we go again. This would make number 7. Oh, man. This will make number 7. You know, I haven't eaten a thing. What did I eat yesterday? Sushi. I ate a roll of sushi. That's it. The whole day, just a roll of sushi. And today, a bite of ice cream. Ain't it bad?
Yep.
As God is my witness. It takes so much to be prepared for you. Do you know the caliber of people that are listening to us here at KTFA? Do you know who is listening to us? Hey, babe, speaking of that, give me the name. I think it's right there from iTeam. Look and see. When I say, do you know who's looking at us? I'm not about to, I'm sorry if I'm playing the smallest violin in the world for you right now and feeling sorry for myself. The preparation that we go through, it involves many people, many hours. And a little bit of sleep. And no time to eat because you're always talking, gathering it, putting it together, reviewing it. Leave that out. Okay, leave that. You know what I mean? Thinking takes a lot of energy away from you. And we get these people that call us or send us texts or emails. Oh, it's just a handful. And you may say to yourself, why are you doing this right now? You'll see. It's just a handful. There's thousands and tens of thousands of you that thank us. I know, that sounds like a large number, doesn't it? It is. Ain't that the truth, though, babe?
Yeah.
Yeah, for some reason, God answered when my mother passed away, you know my story. Remember, I pounded my chest and the teardrop landed next to that same bullet casing, the 22 police gun special, remember that? So, anyways, yeah, it's been a long road. I mean, look at my eye. It's healing today. Monday, my face was so puffy. You go back and look at that Monday and compare it to today, I was just exhausted. And we get a lot of compliments, a lot of calls. And then there's this, is it 3 people? It's 3 people altogether.
Yeah, one primarily now.
Huh?
Just that one primarily.
The one that sends an email. And then there's one that sends, and I didn't know my phone was not receiving phone messages until I saw it said 100% voicemail full or something. I'm like, what? So I go to my phone and I find out that there's a section in there. Did you know that there's a section in your phone? I didn't know. Okay, voicemails. Way down here. Did you know that it says deleted messages? And then there's one called block messages. Did you know that? I didn't know that. I didn't know. And there were like about 300 and something blocked messages. And it turned out that was what's filling my phone. And I couldn't receive anymore. So it turned out that one individual was very, very bad. It's okay. It's okay. But then the individual did like 22. One time he did like 15 calls in a row. And he used all 4 minutes. What's 15 times 4? That's like 5 hours of talking. I don't know what it is, but word after, just bad words, very bad cursing words. And then he got prejudicial and started calling me every word in the book. And by the way, sir, I'm Mexican. The N-word does not really apply to me. Although I have no problems with that. You can call me that if you want. There's actually a great tribe at one time from the southern parts of Africa. Anyways, but then this individual says, I'm going to kill you. I said, what? I'm going to find you. I'm going to kill you. I'm going to pulverize you. What? I just left it alone. Another 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. I mean, this guy, he gets drunk, He gets totally drunk. He calls me, and he, for 4 minutes, as long as that recording can go, calls me every name in the book. But then he called my wife, that H word. And then he started to talk about my children. And then he says he's going to kill us all, and that he knows where I live, and he goes by my house all the time, and that someone should put a gun up to my head, and that he'll pull the trigger, and it just goes on and on and on. So when it got to that part, I said, no, that's I can take everything else, I'm supposed to as a Christian. And he says that I'm, anyway. So to this individual, Stephen, he's probably sitting there going, oh, how do you know my name? Stephen, I pray for you, friend. I don't know why you do this. Look what I'm doing. I'm actually taking a little time out from our teaching because I care for you. I don't know why you're mad at me. Everything we say is good, and it comes out, and yet you turn it around and say that it's all wrong and lies. Maybe you're one heck of a Democrat. But Stephen, I had no choice, my friend. I mean, I've tolerated you forever. I mean, I don't think it'll show your phone number. Let me look. Block calls. Oh, no, it doesn't. It doesn't. Okay, good. But look at that, Stephen. This is all you. Look at that, buddy. That's all you. That's all you. I listened to some of them, but nah. But what I did, Stephen, is I saved them. Oh, and by the way, your last name starts with a C. I saved them all. You live in Warren, Ohio, huh? I only thought there was a high street in Columbus, Ohio. But I guess there's more than just one high street, isn't there, Stephen? So, Stephen, I don't know what to say. Grow up, find a life, stop watching me. You say I got man boobs. Actually, they're kind of sexy. You say I walk like a pigeon, with my feet sticking out. It's amazing. You sit there, Stephen, you listen to all 3 hours, and you hate me that much. I broke my right ankle when I played football. Yeah, I broke my right ankle. Can you believe that? And that was a halfback. It didn't take me long to come right back. And then my left ankle, when I was a senior, I fell in a hole. I fractured it. They rushed me to the hospital. I missed 2 games. So, Stephen, what you did is you created a terrorist act. The other ones, defamation of character and all that stuff. Whatever, You can call me whatever you want. I've been called worse. Oh, yeah, Stephen, I've been called worse. You see, you're not a minority. You don't know what it's like to be called. And then when you said my wife is a whatever, oh, you should have done that. You're going to have to answer to God, for that. I ain't coming after you for that. I know what my wife is. She's beautiful. And she's pristine. She's not mine. She's God's. But she favors me. She rubs my neck when I'm tired. And kisses me at the end of the day. And tells me you've done a good job. Is that what you're missing, Stephen? Because you vomit for so long. I can only imagine you in a hotel sitting there by yourself. You know, when you go to Cincinnati, and that hotel that you're working on in Cincinnati, you spend weeks by yourself, don't you? My name is Frank Stephen. And if you want a friend, I'll be your friend. Now you don't have to make me your enemy. And I'm not judging you. I'm not judging you. I wish I could help you. But apparently I can't. And you took it to the point of terrorist act. I had no choice, Stephen. I'm sorry. And I would really highly advise you, stop what you're doing. Because you're not just doing it to me. You had no idea who you were messing with. Question number, are we done yet? Question number 28 from L. With a lot going to the AMF, when do you suspect the new CBI governor will be announced? I think this is number 7, where I'm going to teach. This is incorrect. This is totally incorrect. And I know I taught it. And I know I explained it. And let's do it again. Okay? The governor of the Central Bank of Iraq is one of the governors that sits on the board of directors of the AMF, the Arab Monetary Fund. And just like a revolving door, spin that thing. Which one does it stop on? Oh, it stopped on a lock. A lock. What? You are the acting president, whatever. You're just a figurehead. That's all. Nothing more of the AMF. Okay. Next week you probably won't be. No, next year we'll pick someone else. Okay, and that's all it is. It's just a rotating position that's held by the governors of the central bank. That's all. So your question is, with a lot going to the AMF, when do we suspect a new CBI governor will be announced? Never. Well, I don't mean never. I mean, there is no need for the announcement of a CBI governor. His name is Alok, and until Daddy says it isn't. Fascinating the things that you learn here, isn't it? How they doing, babe?
Good.
Are they still? Is it still 1.1?
11:40 I have.
That's sweet. They're all still with us. Thank you kindly. Look here. I'll hurry up now. I'll try to hurry up. Question number 29. Hi, Frank. In Samson's post number 149, it states that the 220 budget will turn into austerity. How do you say that word? Austerity. I did say it right, didn't I? Will turn into an austerity budget. If so, how will economic reform, monetary reform, and currency value be affected in your thinking? My friend, oh, geez, did I move that camera? I think I moved the camera by accident. Oh, well, who cares? My friend, this is from Kid. Kid, I need for you to understand that the goal
of the government of Iraq right now. It's not so much to sit the government because, like I said, in my opinion, that's taken care of. They'll tell you who they are pretty soon. But the goal, in my opinion, of the GOI is to try to reduce their deficit. And even if they're going to raise the value, still, their spending is going to be under control by the IMF. And the IMF is trying to help Iraq. But when you look at that word austerity, you know what austerity means? Do you know the definition of that word? I don't know. I'm asking you. Well, it's a form of discipline. A form of severe conditions. It's a stern attitude. So, with that definition given to you right now, imagine this stern attitude from the IMF being presented to the 2020 budget, to the GOI, and it's more than just suggesting, in my opinion, it's control of every damn penny that goes through this doggone country. Question number 30. From Ideal Bob. With the price of oil at an 18-year low, will this adversely affect the price of the dinar when the RI does occur? Thank you for all that you do. No. This was recalculated for the budget a long time ago. The value is at a fixed rate. I'm just waiting for you to stop screaming. The value is at a fixed rate. Kind of like the Iraqi dinar. It's hard pegged to the American dollar. It's hard pegged to the American dollar. It's at a fixed rate. A lot of people say, well, it's going to go into a basket. It can. It can. I don't know if it will. I don't know if it will. I mean, it can. It'd be nice. But it would be more of a benefit for the other currencies that are in that basket, because you're talking about the American dollar that is pegged to the Iraqi dinar, the Iraqi dinar pegged to the American dollar. Well, hey, all your other currencies, what can you offer us? Not much. Well, then, what the hell are we doing in this basket? It's for us. Mm-hmm. So, in all honesty, I don't think that a basket is the right choice. I think just being hard pegged to the American dollar and let's get out into the international world together. Well, all right then. Question number 31 from Rain Dancer. If Iraq is pretty much out of the American dollar and nobody is going to help them financially, how will they pay their upcoming bills in May 2020 without a rate change or without increasing the value of their currency? That's the goal. That's the goal. Oh yeah, that's the goal. So I suppose that there won't be any problem. You see, who stopped the American dollar? Who stopped the auctions? Because they can't use the American dollar, because that's the only reason that they were really using the auctions for. Who told them play fairly with the American dollar? Okay. Everything that all these other countries have done and have been well rewarded by Donald Trump. Iraq, you're next. And question number 32.
from Stephen Mack. Have you visited the Honolulu Cookie Company at 2552 Kalakaua and closes at 11 p.m. tonight? Please finish Q&A before bailing. He actually says that. Yeah, I did. Question number 33. I pulled a Nancy. I got a pee. I bought everything. No,
They're closed right now anyway.
yeah, they are closed. That's right. They closed. Oh, she's 3 weeks ago. Oh my gosh! Look at this. GVVB Frank, please. Nobody insults your wife. Arbor.
Over mine. It's probably just.
Over my dead body. Post this Steve's phone number. No, I don't want any revenge. I don't want no harm to this man. I want him to be happy. He's a child of God. He's a creature of God. One day he will be in the presence of God. I'll probably be in that same line with him. And both of us will beg God to forgive us for our sins. He'll probably ask us, did you forgive each other? And I'll say I did. We'll see what Steve says. Question number 33. TSM, the television news. Trust me. Oh, trust me. But it's not mine. There was a movie that, what's his name? DiCaprio.
DiCaprio.
I was saying the wrong. Because of that other guru, I say the wrong thing. DiCaprio. What's his first name? Okay. So there's this movie that DiCaprio made. It's called, I think it's called Revenge.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
His first name is Leonardo?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
His first name is Leonardo.
Yes.
No wonder I don't know his first name. He never tells anybody his first name. What's your name? DiCaprio.
They probably call him Leo.
Leo, there you go. All right. And this movie, it was called Revenge, and it was about he was a white man that had a wife that was Indian, and they both had a child. Well, of course, you know the mother was killed, and he takes his son and he takes off, runs before they kill him and his half-breed son. It turns out that they caught up with him, the bad white guys, and they killed Leo's son in front of him. He couldn't do anything because he had been mauled by a bear. He was laying there in a pool of blood. Well, these other guys came and killed his son. And he couldn't do anything. He couldn't do anything. Revenge. No, that wasn't the name of the movie.
Revenant, I think.
Revenant. Reverent. Very good, Jan. I think that's the movie.
Revenant.
Yes.
The
Revenant. And the whole idea is that at the very end, he had the bad guy in his hands, the bad guy that killed his son. Out of nowhere, these Indians appeared. And Leo was about to kill him to get revenge, right? But all of a sudden, just the sound, the horses, the Indians or something, he looks up and he's like, and he just lets go. And he remembered the teachings that he had as a white man growing up with those Indians, who he took, a woman as his wife, and they had a child. And he did not kill him. He let him go. He actually pushed him into the river, because justice was waiting for him at the end of the river. by the hands of God, not by the hands of man. Fascinating. Trust me, I want this man. Oh, I want this man. But just as quickly, I realize I can't. I won't lie to you and tell you, oh, I forgive him. I forgive him, but I just can't forget him. So I put him in God's hands. And in the hands of, who was the guy that wants to kick his butt? What was the guy's name?
GVB. Sounds like he's Mexican.
Do you realize how many people are watching us? Do you realize how many lives we've influenced? 2 days ago, that beautiful story. We got to find that story so I can read it. 2 years ago, he found us at KTFA. He heard me say, just because you go to church doesn't mean you're going to go to heaven. What does it mean not to go to church? And I said, you find out. So he says, that really hit me hard, Frank. So I went to church. Next thing I know, I started listening. Frank, I didn't know I had to be baptized. I got baptized. Yeah. Frank, I got children now. Yeah, and a wife. Yeah. I'm a leader at this church. Yeah. Can you imagine? I just want to tell you and Andy and everybody, Okay. All of you guys. Thank you. KTFA brought me to the Lord. Hold on. Ask Delta if there's any way this can be validated besides an article. Alrighty, where were we? We're almost done. Question number 33, maybe? I don't even know what we were talking about until... Let's see what 33 is.
Yep, 33 is the next one.
Is that what they said?
Yeah.
Interesting, huh? I got a lot of thinking to do when we finish here. Question number 33. From TSM. The television news from the CBI regarding their currency, you said that they are telling the people what they are doing with the currency at this time. Can you share more of what they are saying to the people? No comment. Question number 34 from Rain Dancer 777. In your opinion, what would happen if May 2020... No comment because that would be 6-7. Question number 34 from Rain Dancer 777. In your opinion, what would happen if May 2020 comes around and Iraq cannot and does not pay its bills? Who knows? I don't know. I mean, that's as honest as I can be. I would hope that Daddy would put his foot down even harder. I would hope that he would send in more than Pompeo, more than the Fab Four, more than the Prime Minister. Well, shoot, who else is there to send? The rate. Question number 35 from Trudy 3908. With a lock in his new position, who is head of the CBI? Trudy, we answered that. And I hope that you were able to catch it, and I hope it helps. Question number 36 from Kevin Allison. Aloha, Frank. Still praying for your father. How's he doing? That's kind. You want to hurt my family? It hurts me. I mean, it hurts me. I'm trying to be strong right now. But Steve, you hurt me because you hurt my baby. You made her cry. You understand? But it sure does honor me. It sure does make me happy when somebody wants to know how my father is. Dad's doing much better. He's home. He's been home for about 2 weeks now. The rehab center went to my sister and said, "You can't leave your aunt here." Why not? Well, she just really shouldn't be here. Well, then that's not true. That I can't. I can leave her here, right? Yeah, but she's here all day. Yeah, watching my dad because you guys don't watch my dad. Well, when do you plan to have,
When are you going to get him out of here?
Thank you. So when are you going to get your dad out of here? Excuse me? So when she called me, crying, telling me this, Kevin, Allison, that asked the question, I'm not a patient guy. I'm trying to be, You know what I mean, Steve? I'm trying to be. It's actually Steven is his name. But I'm trying to be. But I wasn't then. So I told my sister, I said, "Looky here. You go in there tomorrow, you pack everything up." Pack everything up. And bring Dad home. And she said, "Well, I'm not ready. I don't care what you need, tell me. I'll beg, borrow, steal. We'll get it." Okay? And we did within 48 hours. I even got the VA, the railing, and when it's a little ramp kind of for the wheelchair to get into the house. We made them put one in the front and the back. He's 100% disabled. Do you want to argue about that? You know what it took for him to be 100% disabled? So we got him home. He's gaining a little weight, just a little bit, just a little bit. He's lost so much. Skinny. But mentally, he's coming back to a degree. When he started to deteriorate about 7 years ago, he really didn't know about these cell phones. So when my sister holds it up and he sees me and Jan waving at him, he just stares at it. My sister said, "Remember, Dad, like George Jetson when they could see each other?" And I told my sister on the phone, "Dad never saw an episode of George Jetson, Dean. Don't use that example. That's not working." Oh, that was so funny. But thank you. Dad's doing a lot better. God bless you. Do pray for him as I pray for you. I pray for all of you every day of my life, more than once. Tell Claire, null and void what I just sent her. Tell Claire, null and void what I just sent her. Where we at? Question number 34, or was it 35? We're almost done. I keep saying that. 35 is rain danger. What would happen if May comes? Okay. 35 with a lock. Okay. 36. We're still praying for your father. How is he doing? Wow. 36. Let's see. 36. 37. Here we go. From McDan. Can the writer be seen by the public? Thanks, Frank. The writer's mask. This is number 8. I can't believe all the things I'm telling you. Because I don't want to tell you 6, 7, and more. I'm not going to. Yet. Maybe Monday. But your question, can the writer be seen by the public? It's mathematics. And it's also a language. It's not like it's some kind of little motorcycle or something, a little scooter or something. The right. It's not like it stands out. How's that? Babe, would you get me 2 Tylenols, please? It's not like it stands out, okay? It is the language. It is the math that is a writer for the HCL in the 2020 budget. Okay? I hope that helps. Actually, I think that makes more sense, doesn't it? Question number 38 from Alora. Alora. Post RI. Oh, after the RI. Will we have an opportunity to invest in international gold? Thanks, man. Yes. You have that opportunity now. If you're trying to ask me, will it be hard to get gold after the RI? I don't know. Based on what we told you about assets backing up currencies, I don't know. You decide that. I've already taken you that far. But as far as will you have an opportunity to invest in international gold? Yeah. You should just say you mean to invest in gold, okay? In gold. Question number 39 from God Lover. Is that a name I should know?
Maybe.
Thank you. From God Lover, leave it alone. From God Lover, the thinking was Iraq is not receiving any external loans. However, post number 167 implies that they have the option to borrow from the IMF. Is this an accurate article? Okay. Oh, I like this question. Okay, let's start at the beginning. The thinking was, okay, forget their thinking. We're not going to receive an external loan. However, okay, so let's start this. Frank, post number 167 implies that they have an option to borrow from the IMF. Is this an accurate article? God Lover, go back. When you have a chance and you can hear our recording again, you're going to hear. I brought this up. And it was probably around question number 1 and 2 when we had so much compiled in there. I said, the IMF is actually in a position legally to lend the IMF, or excuse me, to lend the GOI money, to lend the Iraq money. And then I said, but the problem is that Iraq does not want that money. It was this double autonomy. What is this, double talk? What is this, you talking forked tongue stuff? No. You see, if Iraq accepts this money that they so desperately need, even if it's just a little bit to get them by, even if it's a little bit to patch it up, maybe a few $1 million, okay, from the U.S. Treasury or something, it's going to come with 2 things, and I told you what those 2 things are. Very powerful, very powerful. So you go back and look those 2 things up. Well, one of them. I'll give you both. One of them is restrictions. Restrictions. Where do you want it? Over there? No, it's going over here. Yeah. Number 2. Well, I mean, that's part of the prioritizing. That's part of the no more overseeing. It's all part of the supervising. Okay, so that makes sense. You want some money? Fine. But we're in control of all that money and what you're going to do with it. And how you're going to use it. Yeah, okay? Okay. Because you're not going to use it for terrorism. And number 2, it would come, if they got along, it would come with, what happened? Okay. It would come with, wait for it. All right. Thank you. It would come with a promise. Hey, I should have said wait for it. And then blink. Oh, there it is. It would come with a promise from Iraq. And the only ones that can lend them is the IMF.
and the United States of America, Donald Trump. And it would come with a promise. What do you think that promise would be? Los quiero y nadie se va a meter con ustedes. Oh, he does speak Spanish. CVVS. Well, thank you kindly. You're very kind, but no, don't do that. Don't do that. And besides, you don't know who it is. El Bozo. No está muy listo. ¿Eh? El Lobo. Okay, I'll behave. Question number 40. Everyone always says, está loco en la cabeza. That's all they know how to say. There are many other adjectives to use. Question number 40 from Not the One. Yes, you are. No, I'm not. Yes, you are. Not the One asked the question. Do you think that May Day is a beautiful day? No comment. No, I can't. The beautiful day is here. It was yesterday. Now you figure it out. This whole call is, in my opinion, question number 41. In fact, in our call, we defined what happened yesterday with Trump. Yeah, that's right. So you'll understand that yesterday was the beautiful day. I forgot about that. From KBC123, question number 41. Is number 6 the continued education of the citizens? No, well, 1 through 10 is all the education to the citizens. All of this from 1 through 10, 1 through 5 that we've given you, it's in their hands. It's a lot. And the video, the last one, is they're like, But they went into the streets last night. They got pissed off because of, the government and the so-called prime minister, the supreme elite. You should see what they said. I don't have the time to read it to you. In fact, no. What time is it back home? Almost 10. No, but I'll tell you very quickly. Today, the elite bozos come out and they said, the Americans are gone now. Yes, we have removed them. They will not have any communication with Iraq any longer. No, communications are cut off. No. We, Iran, do not allow America to talk to Iraq any longer. No. Cut right there. Cut. Okay, cut. Okay, well, here, let me at least show you. We left off on 41. Let me at least just show you that. It's almost as funny as what we started out with our ice cream today. So here, look. Iran is saying today there will be no more dialogue between the USA and Iraq because Iran guards over Iraq with revolutionary guards. Can you imagine? You know, all 4 or 5 of them that are left, they come out and say this in front of all the progress that's going on, and with the new prime minister, or what's his name, with Shazam, whatever his name is, what he's doing. And this is sent to me by Eddie, okay, a political analyst on television, saying support for Kazemi is falling, and more will drop off support because nobody is going to show up for the elections. They will go with the quota system. Oh, we got to talk about the quota system, don't we, Democrats? I can't believe the parallels between the United States politics and the government of Iraq's politics. If I didn't know any better. So yeah, and we don't want the quota system, and all the citizens are against it. And Iran, I don't know if you can see. And Iran is saying today that there will be no more dialogue between the USA, what I just read to you. And then Eddie sends me this picture. This is what Eddie thinks about that. Forget about it! What, you a wise guy or something? Oh man, we caught on. Hang in there, Eddie. Hang in there. A little bit more, okay?
So yeah, that's just funnier than heck. And what? Oh, gee whiz. What number did I leave off? Where were we, by the way? I went to the photographs. Oh yeah, we're at Claire's file, and I gotta go. Somebody give me a number. 42.
Next one.
That was the last one.
42 is the next one if there is one.
Okay, sweetheart. 38, 39, 40, Mayday, 41. The continuing education, number 6. Give your list of file topics. What? 41 is from KBC 123. Is number 6 the continued education to the citizens? Would you please expand on 6? Giving your walking sticks list and files and topics. No. No. I mean, look at all that we went through today. How in the world should we walk into 6? When I gave you 8 things that you should have known, although you didn't, but, and you're not to be at fault at it. Because the information I gave you tonight, there are 8 things I gave you tonight I never talked to you about. No one's ever talked to you about. I know they haven't, on the internet. So no, I'm not ready for 6 yet. Question number 42. And it's all about the trickle-down information to the citizens, yeah. Question number 42 from Freddie C. In your opinion, what's going to happen at the end of this month when Iraq can no longer import electricity from Iran? Freddie, I already answered that. Yeah. Well, what's going to happen is that Iraq, I said, when you rewind it, you'll see it. Iraq will show that, yeah, hey, Iran, I'm sorry, that's daddy. That's my homie, and I'm going to pay attention to him, okay? I'm reducing my electricity, and that's all there is to it. If you don't like it, too bad. What you going to do about it, huh? Nothing. And while we're at it, hold on. Get the media. All right, ready? Hear ye to all the world. We are increasing our oil, gas, excuse me, forget the oil. We're increasing our gas production. Thank you very much. And that tells the whole world that we're going to be self-sufficient on our own electricity with our gas versus buying it from Iran. Why? Because we're like this with Daddy. And that's what number 5 is, the American dollar with Iraq. Number 6. So I hope that helps you, Freddie C. Question number 43. Believe it or not, this is it, the last question. One of these days, though, years from now, you're going to get a Frank 26 junkie fit. And you're going to go to the old UB2B files or the old live stream. You're even going to listen to my singing on a Monday night. No, you won't. Question number 43. Stephen Doyle. Doy? D-O-I? Doy. Stephen Doy, Frank, in your opinion, how likely is it that the Fab Four will somehow block the third Prime Minister designate Al-Qasimi and effectively dissolve the Iranian-influenced parliament? Hey, I'm all for it. And I mean that. It is possible. It is possible because, you see, we're not seeing these prime ministers going over there for the position of prime ministership. They're going over there with a fuse. Each one of them is a little bit different, I've told you, right? Each fuse has a certain amount of time for him to accomplish his mission. Once he does, the next one, bring it in. So your question is, how likely is it that the Fab Four will somehow block? Why would the Fab Four want to block the third Prime Minister when we are sending it and we are Fab Four? You know what I'm saying, Stephen? But you asked that because maybe that's what we want to do. What? Yeah, what if we just block him? It'll dissolve the whole government. Isn't that good? We restart? Yes! Well, which is it? Stay tuned and find out. We'll be right back after these words from Nabisco. Have you had a cookie lately? Well, of course not, because Frank ate them all. What are we going to do? No commercial. Back to our station. It's a good question. And let me ask it, because it's the last question one more time. Frank, in your opinion, how likely is it that the Fab Four, now listen to the question, that's us, will somehow block the third prime minister? That's us! But it makes sense, because if it happens, then it would dissolve the Iranian influence parliament. Could that be the goal? Because these guys are not going over as prime ministers. Nah. Let's turn it off. We're done. I hope you had a good time tonight, family. Oh, yeah. There's a lot more I want to tell you about. It says here that Delta has sent into our form inside its post number 20. If you're not a member of ktfolways.com, come on, get in there. Okay? And that way I don't want to hear, well, I didn't get no notice of when you were on the air, Frank. Well, our form will tell you every day. News about this is Delta 20. News about the final agreement on the cabinet of the government of Mustafa al-Kadhimi, 22 ministers, candidates for ministers between politicians and independents. Frankie, it is now decided, and the vote will be next Tuesday. Ah, that's right. That is right. Okay, family, may I suggest that you go and study post number 20? Because on Monday we may have to talk about it. Because on the following day, I feel strong about this one. Not about no Wednesday. And I told you even before this came. I told you that I would answer your questions, but I think we've been together an awful long time. We've lost a couple hundred people here. They're ready to say goodbye to. You're welcome to post a question. If I see one, I'll check it out. And if not, Tink, do we have any announcements to make? Once again, if you want to get into our forum, we haven't given away a pack. You want to?
Sure.
We'll get one. Let me.
They're behind you.
Oh, I see, honey bunny. Where, babe?
They're in that white envelope.
It's a white envelope?
The bottom shelf, I believe it is.
That's where I hid my cookies. That's not it.
Then the next shelf, it's on the left side. I thought it was right there. No.
Is this it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Somebody's asking, when do you think you'll be ready to teach 36 and 7? No, 3, 6, and 7. Something's messed up. 6 and 7, they probably mean.
When do I think? I already told you. We don't know.
Teach 6.
We don't know. We don't know when it's going to come out. We don't know. And besides, y'all needed, a little more help. I thought you got to understand what we bring you. I think that after today, we have a better understanding, don't we? Brought up eight different things that we've never talked about together. Go back and listen to this recording. There's no singing. Yeah. All right. Is this? What are we doing, babe?
Envelope. No, that's 5 sets in there. So that's a big one if you want to give a big one away, or this. Yeah, that one. No, that says 5 too. Isn't there any single ones in there?
We might have given them all away there.
You can separate those, or you can give them away like that. There you go. That's one. That's a.
This whole envelope goes to them.
One set of 21.
Okay. Oh my gosh! I thought the nuggets smelled bad. Hey, before we leave, because we're down. Oh no, my goodness, we still have everybody with us. You're sweet. Yeah, I surprise you every now and then. We're going to give another one of our packages away. And what this is Venezuela currency. What's it called?
Boulevard.
Bolivar. The Venezuela Bolivar currency from 2016 to 2013 to 2016. 2013 to 2016, yeah. And what this is a sample. It's, how many is in here?
21 notes.
21 notes, wow.
One set of 21.
Actually, I think this is 2 sets, not or 5. Oh, these are 5 sets, yeah.
Okay.
No wonder it's so thick.
Those can separate.
But as you can see, it's the it's their currency, and it's one of each one that they printed during that time.
So we'll separate them into a set of 21 notes.
You will. I won't. I'm.
No, because you're holding them up, so that's not what they're going to win.
Well, they're gonna win one.
Right.
Yeah, one.
Which
But
helps.
it's a set that has how many in it?
21 notes.
21 notes. What'd I hold up? 57? So what? But yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to send you 21 notes in an envelope of the Venezuela Boulevard from 2013, 2016. It's a promotion from my broker. That's all. Nothing more. Hope you enjoy them. Now, here we go. What we're going to do is go where?
Are you doing it for premium or for everybody? We give away 2 sets if you want to do it.
You know, we should because we always go
But
to
it only
premium.
has to be in the U.S. We will not ship them.
Yeah. We always go into premium. Let's be fair today and do both. We have 5 sets. We take 2 sets out of here, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to give 2 sets away tonight. 1 set will be given to those that are inside of our form in premium right now. The other set will be given to those of you that are still with us here on our UB2B tonight. Thank you kindly for coming. And I hope that you learned something. I hope that that the information we gave you was helpful. Please take our conference call to God in prayer. I'm the greatest sinner you'll ever meet. I need a lot of prayer. Please do that, okay? That way it'll guide you whether or not what we give to you is of some value or not. Trust no man, only trust God. All righty, here we go. Now, we said everything and we're ready to give it away so I can go and have something to eat. I wonder if... Oh, the Hawaiian chanting is gone. I was going to have it in the background.
You can't do that probably.
It's a chant. It's not a song. All right, let's go with over here, babe. Let's go over here with UB2B first.
UB2B, okay.
All right, I got it on my screen, but I think yours is faster than mine. What we're going to do is we're going to give you a word, okay? You're going to type that word. Maybe I'll give them 2 words, huh, babe?
Well, they got to spell it right.
You got to spell it right. If it's not spelled right, we go to the next one. And also, you have to be part of here, the United States. It has to be in the 50 continental states. Okay? Hope you don't mind. Appreciate that. Okay. Now that we've said that, we're going to go to the UB2B. I'm looking, and as you can see, the last post was, I'm here. Thank you, Frank. Hi, right?
No, the last post is we will start with UB2B first.
Okay, stop. No posting, okay? Oh. Say that. Let me think of the word. Remember last time, what was the word? Discombobulation or something really weird. How do you spell expialid supercalcium?
I gotta go look at it. How about what is in the box behind you?
Wait, they're going to start typing. What do you mean what's in the
No,
back?
what was in that pink box? The item that was in there.
But then they're going to complain because they're going to say, well, I don't have glasses and I couldn't see, and that's not fair.
Well, they have to Google it to find out what it is if they don't know.
Oh, I see what's in it.
Yeah. What item?
I got the word. You ready? UB2B, you ready? This is a donut. And it comes from this bakery here. A very, very famous bakery. Very well known here. And they make something. What is it? First one to type what it is that they make, and you got to spell it correctly. Donuts? No. What does this Leonard's in the islands of Hawaii make? Baklava? No. Eclair? Pastries? No. Cookies? No.
There you go, Kelly Spencer.
Really?
Malasalas.
You're faster. Yeah, mine is slower for some reason. I don't see malasalas anywhere. Who's the name?
Kelly Spencer.
Oh, there it is. I got Edward Rommel.
Nope, the first one after they said blah blah blah, chocolate chip cookie, Kelly Spencer.
I got eclair, pastry, cookie bread, cookie, chocolate chip, donuts, malasalas, Edward Rommel. Where do you see yours?
Okay, mine. Hold on. Kelly
You-
Spencer said malasalas.
Babe, I just need to know a name that you're next to.
Well, if you go two up from Edward Romo,
Two-
Kelly Spencer's the first one.
Two up.
So Ronnie Walker.
Honey, come here,
above-
come here, come here, come here, come here. We just discovered something, babe. Look at this. You have your glasses. Can you see? You see that? You see that name?
Yes.
Now show me. What name are you saying? Kelly? Look.
No,
Isn't that amazing?
Took a screenshot of it.
No, you don't have to take a screenshot. They believe
Show
you.
them.
Well, okay, go ahead and bring it over here. Family, that is amazing. That is amazing.
Here's the first one. I can't see where.
I don't
Made it
know.
bigger.
Here, no, you point at it. Point at it.
This one right here.
I don't think the glare is bad. Here, let me hold it up right there. Try it.
Kelly Spencer was the first one. Edward was the second one.
Ah, I see. I see Edward, and I see Ron Walker, and there's Kelly. Why don't I see Kelly on mine?
I don't know.
I got a reject.
You need a bigger computer.
Well, complain, no work. It stinks. It's made in. Oh, made in China. No wonder. All right, so there's your winner, and here's what you do. What was the name again?
Kelly Spencer.
Kelly Spencer. This is my phone number. You ready?
No, have him send an email.
Oh, have it sent. Okay, Kelly, because that way Jan can take care of it. Can you see that, Kelly? It says admin, ADMIN, at KTF Always, or actually, yeah, KTFalways.com. And tell Jan Tink that you're the winner, and we'll get your address and send you this package. Congratulations, by the way, okay? Okay. Now, let's go to our...
Team chat.
Somebody just told me you might be on Top Chat and not on Live Chat, and I think that's exactly what it is. San Antonio, Dallas, Houston, Texas, and Colorado too. Okay. UB2B says that I cannot say bad words no more. So I say states. Okay, what's next, babe? Yours?
In team chat.
In team chat. Okay, I can't see that. All right, team chat. Are you ready?
Hold on. Okay.
I was gonna tell him to spell the moon, the third moon from Jupiter, called Io, but yeah, I might get mad. So I should make it keep it on the simple side, right, Ben?
Unless you tell it me so I can go look it up first.
Let's say go look it up. Okay, let's see here.
That's a good one. Okay, ready? You ready?
Yep.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that are on our forum at ktfos.com, first one that posts the word quarantine and spells it correctly and is from the United States, you receive this package. Quarantine.
JLA.
JLA. Huh?
JLA.
JLA. That's his name, Jula?
That's their
He
username.
doesn't know how to spell his name? Is that what? JLA, congratulations. You are the winner of the other currency from Venezuela package. And what we need for you to do is also the same thing. Here, write this down. And send Tink your address. And we will very gladly send you this package.
And she says it's a her.
What did I say?
He doesn't know how to spell his name or something. Is that
Oh,
what you
AOL.
said? She said it's a her.
It's a her. Excuse me. Excusez-moi. I am a lady. What's the matter with you? Hey! Okay. So where'd the other dollar go? You never told me. Next time we get together, you tell me where the other dollar went, okay? And by the way, if you don't know what I'm talking about, very quickly, so we say goodbye. 3 men walk into a room and ask for a room for the night. The proprietor said it'll cost them $30. Each man pays $10 apiece for the room. They go up to their floor. 3 minutes later, there's 3 knocks on the door, and it's the bellboy. Hey, what's up? There was a mistake. I'm sorry. There was a mistake. It's not $30 for your room. It's $25, and I brought you back $5. Oh, thank you, son. Each man takes $1 back, in turn paying only $9 for each room. And the other $2, well, they gave it to the boy as a tip. Okay. 5 minutes later, one guy on the couch says, something's wrong. What you mean? Well, we pay for the room. $30. No, $25. That's right. And we each got $1 back, didn't we, out of the 5 he came back with? Yeah, that's right. What about it? Well, and the other 2? I gave it to the boy. Well, there's 3 of us, right? Well, of course there is. We paid $9 apiece? Yes. 9 times 3 is what? 27. And the other $2 you gave to the boy as a tip? Yeah. It's 29. Where's the other $1? The moral of the story is that I can lie to you. I can lie to you with words. I just told you something with words. And somehow or another, it sounds correct, but it's not. And the reason why? Is because I can lie to you with words. The answer lies within the math. Math does not lie. Numbers don't lie. They add up correctly. And the math that the CBI is using right now with their reinstatement of their currency, it is so correct. The math is predominant because of the supercomputers. Has nothing to do with the old chalkboard and actual chalk that they used. The Keystone Cop way of doing things so they could steal that money. That's gone. Sorry. And all the words that they used to say to the United States presidents, oh, yes, sir, thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, American citizens. Oh, yeah. We're so grateful. Thank you for the billions and billions and billions. Keep saying billion. You got any more billions? Billions. Yes, thank you. Give it to the poor. Most definitely. Oh, no. Help our school systems. Oh, the hunger. Taken care of. With all these billions? Are you kidding? Yeah. Thank you. No, they lied with their words. But the numbers in the supercomputers that were recalculated, and are about to come out, you just can't lie about that. God bless you all. Thank you kindly for being with us. I love you. I hope you had a good time with me. And don't forget, take our conference call to God in prayer. Aloha.